You know, I've been doing all these reviews on the GMC Canyon and some of the stuff on the Colorado for the 2023 year model because they made so many changes. And I've been getting lots of requests to me to compare it against other vehicles. And the one they want me to compare it to the most is this guy right here. This is a 2021 Toyota TRD Offroad edition. And you know what? Let's look around it and get inside and take it for a drive, because I would love to see the difference in the motor, the difference in the ride, interior, all those things for myself, and let you know at the end of this video that if I had a choice between this one or mine, I was buying a truck today, after driving this one, which one would I pick? I'm Todd Cotta, and this is Reviews It. There is no doubt that this truck is a handsome beast. Very good looking truck, right? It's got good lines, and the big changes are coming up next year. I don't think it's going to look anything like this next year. I simply don't, but we'll know in a few more weeks. Coming over here, you got the side. This has been a classic looking truck. Very good looking vehicle over the years, and I've really had nothing bad to say about it. I'm just I just never had a chance to need a Toyota before, right? Wheel package on this one, these are the Terra Max HTs, and the wheels look pretty nice. I like the wheels. The wheel pattern is very nice. This one here has the 265/70 16s on it. 16s on it, so they're more off-road-ish, Plenty of cab space in this thing, about the same as my Canyon, but plenty of cab space. Got your shark fin up on the roof. They were people making comments about how they hate the one on the AT4 because it looks like an old one, but it gets good radio reception if you get radio. Coming into the bed here, this one here has the poly bed in it. On the bottom, it's got tie downs in the back here and 2 up front. It's got your power back here. The AT4 has 8 tie downs going around. This one does have the rail in it also around the top, so you can put more tie downs in it. You also have the little 2x6 slots on the side. So this is the rear bed length. They're about exactly the same. Not much difference. I will tell you that the AT4 has the special tailgate that opens up, so you can put all your tools or your tie downs or your beer in there, whatever you want to put in there. But that's it. Ooh, the tailgate's much heavier, and it has a soft down, but it's much heavier. Even with my equipment and my tie downs and my gloves and stuff in there, it's still heavier than the tailgate on the AT4. This is the outside of the car. Looks pretty good. It looks great. I think it's a sexy vehicle. There's no doubt about that. Let's go inside and take a look now at what the inside looks like. Interior in this truck, when you're looking at all the pickup trucks out there, I know that the AT4 is the top line Chevrolet one. I know that the AT4 under the Canyon and under the Sierra line are, you know, premier trucks. But I am in this pretty high line Toyota Tacoma, and let's take a look at the instrument clusters and those kinds of things compared, because I'm the kind of guy that the inside of a vehicle has to be as good as the outside of the vehicle. We just got done taking a look around the outside, but the inside has to be good. Now this one does have Android Auto. It does not have wireless Android Auto, but let's take a look here. On the door panels right here, we've got just your standard switches, which are just fine. Here's your mirror release. There's your door. You got kind of a hard plastic here and a rubbery plastic right here, rubber-ish here. One thing that the GMC did was they got rid of all the buttons. Everything is in the infotainment system now. They got rid of all the buttons. Over here you have a whole bunch of buttons. You got your 400 watt button, 100 watt button, auto highlights. This is your cargo light, and then your traction control off button and a blank one there. Nissan does a very similar thing with making these tiered button panels, and I just think they look cheap. They just don't look like they're part of the cab. That's like an afterthought. I believe every part should look good. I have the 8-inch center cluster in mine. You can get 11-inch with the Denali and with the AT4X and with the ZR2. But this cluster is very basic. You can go through your different modes and your different things on it as you're clicking through it. It's just analog dials. Somebody made a comment to me about, analog dials are really great because, they're analog. And well, they're not. They're actually a computer that move those, and it's all computer generated. It's just that rather than having a computer screen, they have analog dials that run it now. It's no longer a gear system in the transmission. It's all done through computers. Moving over here on the interior, you have ECT power, and you have some other things here. This is your rear window motor to open and close your rear window. That's something that mine doesn't have. It's just a manual one back there. I can tell you on probably one hand in the last 20 years of me owning a truck with a rear sliding window that I've actually opened it. Maybe you're different, but I don't ever have anybody need to open that window in the back. Over here, you start-stop engine, your four-wheel drive push, and your 4-low to push in. Mirror defoggers, and here's your temperature gauges compared to the even the Chevrolet or the GMC temperature gauges and this old analog or digital thing here. It's just so much classier when it's all a built-in unit. And my son described it well. He said jewelry. The knobs were very bright and nice. It's just a little bit I don't know. It's just a little bit. I don't know, it just seems like this was taken out of a catalog of parts and then just put it in there. Most of the interior in this truck is all the same color. And then the Toyota infotainment system is very basic. Very, very basic. You have your audio, phones, apps. Let's take a look at the apps here real quick. Download applications. There's nothing in there. So we'll go back to home right here. Select and hold for contact information. This is just a very basic screen that you see in these, and even for a 2021, they didn't change for 22 or 23, but it's just not a modern day niceties, you might say. Plenty of room in here. The cab has a great room. You can take out my luggage in here. I'm on the trip right now. Plenty of space behind the seats. Seats are comfortable. Everything is good. Up here on the top, you've got your different off-road modes, crawl or mountain mode. Your locker is right here for your rear locker. Got an emergency button, and then your lighting up here. That's pretty much the interior of this truck. Steering wheel has all the controls. It took me a few minutes. On the GMC, you have one control right over here. On this truck, you have your cruise control down here. You have your window washers over here, and then over here is your lighting systems. I prefer simplicity, just one stick. My buddy's Tesla has none, right? So the simplicity, there's way too much stuff going on here, and I am sure that in the 2024 model coming out, they're introducing here next week, that all this is going to be changed. It has to. And I hope they don't do the Nissan thing where they just kind of bring parts from their other cars over here and make it look like an old car interior, not a brand new high-end truck interior. There you go. That's the interior of this car. Let's get out and drive this thing, okay? It's about 40 miles to where I'm going from the airport, and so I figured let's do a quick little freeway driving test and kind of compare. I can compare now because I've driven my truck 2,000 miles now all over California highways. By the way, these highways are pretty darn nice over here in Wisconsin, even though they have snow and all the stuff, compared to ours in California, where we have like perfect weather 300 days a year. But driving-wise, when I first got in this thing, it drives nice. It drives very nice. It feels smaller. I feel more cramped in here with my knees. I feel closer to the steering wheel. Even if I put the seat all the way to the back, I don't have the space or the shoulder room that I felt like I have in the AT4. But it's still comfortable. The ride is as comparable, you might say. It's a pickup truck with leaf springs. So yeah, it's gonna feel about the same. Freeway manners, the steering is a little heavier on the AT4 than it is on this TRD. It's just a little bit heavier, except for the fact that I just feel more highway confident in the GMC Canyon AT4. This one here is really kind of sketchy with the steering wheel, touchy, I guess you might say, with the steering wheel. But other than that, though, I am super pleased that I was able to get one of these things and do a review on it. So we're gonna do a couple more things, but ride-wise on the highways, you know, I know it's a 4x4 and I won't have time to go off-roading with it, but you know what? So far, so great. Now, last week, you remember we did a time test, 0 to 60, with my GMC Canyon AT4, the new one with a 2.7 liter turbo. That one there has 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque with that little turbo motor. Now, this one here has the V6 in it, and I don't know quite the numbers, but I'll put them on the screen right now so we know. And what I want to do is another 0 to 60 with a power launch. So here we go. We're going to put it up here, and we are going to see what this thing does, and I'll get the time off the video since I don't have my timer going right now. So let's give it a whirl and see how this thing accelerates from 0. Okay. There's 60 miles an hour right there. Let me tell you about driving characteristics. It locked up really well coming off with the power start, but coming off the line, it lugged. There was almost like the band of it was. I'm gonna stop right here. It started really low, and then it accelerated after about 15 miles an hour. You could actually feel where that power band started. Rather than having a constant torque all the way up, it kind of went like this, and then it took off afterward. It definitely does not have as much oomph, you might say, off the line as that new 2.7 liter one in the Canyon. Great motor. So far, this has been a very good truck. When we come back, we'll do our recap tomorrow morning as I'm headed back to the airport and see what my driving observations are for the past 4 days now that I've had this truck. It's like my truck now, huh? I'll be right back. Well, after living for 4 days with this truck, it's been quite the experience. I picked up a nail, and that wasn't fun, and coming to find out the rental car company has a broken jack inside of the truck here, so that turned into a little bit of a thing, but that has nothing to do with the truck. And you know, if this was the only truck on the market, and if I was dealing with a 2022 or 2015 model Canyon or Colorado, this is much better of a vehicle. Doing that 0 to 60 test yesterday was really revealing. This motor it's strong, it's plenty for a off-roader, but the power band is so weird. Is that a good way of saying it? But overall, Toyota makes a very quality product, and if you're looking for a good, reliable truck, and once again, there's leaked photos out today of the new Toyota Tacoma, but if you're looking for a different option, there's always the Toyota Tacoma, especially the 2024 model coming out with their Turbo 4 hybrids and their Turbo 4s, and the GMC Canyon. My best recommendation is if you're looking for luxury or style, then you're looking at the interior is the GMC Canyon. And I'm sorry, the exterior right now, the GMC Canyon floors it if you like that style. Now the new one coming out, the 2024 Tacoma, that one has a very futuristic styling on the leaked photos coming out. So if you're into that futuristic kind of stuff or that cutting edge kind of stuff, then there you go. You have your choice. Both of them quality trucks. I'm very happy with this one. We're heading back to the airport right now. Everything is ready to go. That's it. We're getting about 19 to 21 miles to the gallon, which is exactly what I was getting in the Canyon going all over California. So mileage is about the same just because it's a 4-cylinder. Don't forget this one has over 150 pound-feet more torque, the Canyon does, than this truck right here. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe below, and I hope this content helped you out in your search for your new truck. Have a great day.